What's up guys? Welcome to another video of Making It in Real Estate, Austin, Texas with myself, Amir. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Really excited to have you here and have you joining me on my journey of how I'm making it in real estate in Austin. Today we're gonna do it a little bit different. We're gonna answer some questions about the Austin real estate market and what buyers and sellers should know. I posted an Instagram story today asking all of my followers, hey, what are some things that you guys want to know? And so we're actually going to go through and answer your questions. Question number one comes from Felipe, and he says, why don't condos appreciate as much as homes? The biggest reason why condos don't appreciate as well as homes is because of their location. A lot of times condos are located centrally to a city, whereas single family homes are located in developments and growing areas. So traditionally, when you purchase a condo, you're purchasing it for the location and convenience of being in the city. But when you purchase a single family home, depending on the area, there's typically going to be growth and development that happens around it that allows you to capitalize on the appreciation that the home gains. So that's kind of why you won't see as much appreciation from a condo as you will a single family home. Question number two. This one comes from Claire. What is your perspective on current market trends with buyers and sellers in the market? My current perspective is everyone is playing roulette. Everyone is trying to time the market accordingly. Sellers want to sell at the right time so they can maximize the amount of equity that they are capitalizing on, and buyers are trying to time the market so that way they can make sure that they are getting the best price, the biggest bang for their buck when it comes to their home. So I would say my perspective on the market is if you're ready to move, move. Everyone needs to stop hesitating, stop waiting, because ultimately hindsight is 2020. How many times have we looked back and said, dang, I wish I would have bought 10 years ago. I wish I would have bought last year. I wish I would have bought this year. All of those things play a factor. So rather than waiting, just get into it. And if you're not ready to get into it, understand that and don't look at it as a gamble. So question number three is gonna come from Nathaniel, and he asks, how do you prepare for the new market as an agent and as a real estate agent? So the way that I prepare for the new market as an agent is I keep myself up to date, and I started focusing on my business rather than my production. A lot of times, a lot of agents got super lucky in the previous market of not really to need to generate a lot of business because everyone was in a buying and selling frenzy. So when it came to this market, a lot of agents didn't have the skill set that they needed or the business foundation to succeed. So what I decided to do is focus a little bit more on my business, how I want to run my business, what I want to be known for, and where my business is focused. So that's how I prepared myself as a new agent. The way that I've prepared my buyers and sellers in a new market is I've kept them up to date. Every single conversation we have, I'm asking a lot of questions and I'm prepping them for what's next. I'm sitting in on Fed meetings so that way I can learn about interest rates and what they're planning on hopefully doing, whether it be rising or falling. And then I'm also keeping them up to date about what's going on in their areas. So that's just kind of how myself as an agent and a real estate agent, I'm preparing for a new market. Question number four comes from Sean, and he's gonna ask, top three things you think someone should consider before buying their first home. Good question, Sean. The top three things that I think every single person should consider: price, location, schools. Price. Depending on what you're looking to spend will dictate where you end up in the city. If you want to spend less, you're probably going to need to go a little bit outside of the city. If you're looking to spend more, you can probably end up inside of the city and city limits in more established neighborhoods and areas. Location. Location is important because a lot of times you want to live close and local to things that you love to do and near people that you like to hang out with. So the last thing that you want to do is live on the north side, but all of your friends live super far south, or the activities that you love to do are super far south. Having that convenience in your commute makes your living experience a little bit better, especially here in Austin. And then three, school districts. A lot of times when people make investments into homes, the reason you want to consider the school districts that you are joining is because traditionally families are purchasing homes. So when it's time to flip or sell that house, or if you're trying to find a family to rent it, first thing that they're going to consider is the school district that their kid has access to. So pay attention to the school districts, the location, and price. Felipe asks another really good question. So question number 5 from Felipe. What are some good things about older homes versus new construction homes? One thing that I really love about older homes, and what my clients love about older homes, is the amount of space that you traditionally get. With older constructions, you get a lot of yard. The lots are a lot larger. With new construction, a majority of the time, those communities are trying to fit as many homes that are nice and elegant into that community as possible. So traditionally, your lots are really small, but your homes are massive, right? You can get a new construction home for $400,000 to $500,000, and it can touch almost 3,000 square feet with brand new finishes and everything that is current and up to date about the 21st century. Now, with the flip side, you get a really small backyard. There's not a whole lot of character yet to the neighborhood because it's still developing. The saplings are still trying to turn into trees. People are still moving in. Construction is still wrapping up. With older homes, you have older bones, which you can spend some money and capitalize on in terms of growing some equity in the property by renovating it. But at the same time, it's not always gonna have those brand new finishes. And if you're purchasing an older home that has those brand new finishes, what that means is the seller was trying to capitalize on their profitability from the property. So the upside and downside from my personal perspective on old versus new is always gonna be the lot and yard space. Question number 6, and it comes from Desi. She asks, hey, can you share your story on how you got started in the industry and your biggest challenges? For me, how I got started in the industry was I wanted a life change. I wanted to not work a 9 to 5 anymore, and real estate was something that I've been passionate about since I was a kid. Me and my brother have always wanted to start our own operations in real estate investing and becoming entrepreneurs in that essence. And so one day I woke up and asked myself, what is it that you're passionate about in life? And it was community, time, family, and real estate. And so I took the opportunity to pursue real estate. My biggest challenges that I faced in the industry were my age, my experience, and my network. I'm new to Austin. I went to Texas State University, but I didn't have a very big network in Austin. So I was basically starting from scratch when it came to earning and creating business. Those are my challenges, and that's why I got started in real estate. So guys, that concludes us for another video of Making It in Real Estate, Austin, Texas. If there are more questions, comments, or things you want to see from me, be sure to leave them below. Like, subscribe, keep following, and as always guys, I can't wait to see you next time. Deuces.